colleague at ESPN and my friend. The Hall of Fame tight end was sued on Sunday by a woman proceeding under the name Jane Doe pseudonym. The 13-page civil complaint filed in Nevada alleges that Sharpe committed assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery. The plaintiff alleges Sharpe sexually assaulted her several times at the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. The suit also alleges that Shannon engaged in the intentional infliction of emotional distress. It should be noted that the suit was filed by attorney Tony Busby. This is the same attorney that filed a suit against Jay-Z and P. Diddy, alleging they both sexually assaulted a minor, which has since been withdrawn. Jay-Z also has countersued Busby. By the way, the plaintiff in the Sharpe civil suit is not the woman heard in the accidental Instagram live stream incident that made headlines last September of last year. In response to the suit, Shannon and his legal team went to social media yesterday and released a series of allegedly sexually explicit text messages between him.
Let me get you guys' thoughts real quick. Do you guys think his legal team is doing a good job? Would you guys have released all information that's been released thus far?
I don't think. I think his legal. I think. Well, we can't blame the legal team, right? Because a person can tell you not to do something and you still do it. Like, you know what I mean? So we don't know. I don't want to speak on his legal team because they could be telling him, or he could just be doing stuff and then not telling them, and then you know what I mean. So it could be a factor of things that.
I would have kept some of that in the clip. I would have kept some of that in the clip for like. Don't release all your ammo at once.
But it could just be Sharpe. It could just be Sharpe posting.
Well, he might be trying to jump in front of it. Get rid of it before they find it anyway. So let me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If it aligns with her
content,
if it aligns with her so scared of what she had that he was like, let me just.
Oh yeah, it makes his case look better.
Crazy evidence.
Jumping in front of it.
Yeah.
If it aligns with her content, this isn't.
Yeah, because at the same time, it could be something. Something could be happening, right? Like he could be trying to jump the gun.
Yeah,
make sure.
So it might have been a strategic move. Yeah, I think it may have been strategic to show what type of like relationship they had in the first place.
Yeah.
Exactly. All this is just transparency. I think that this is the best route to go because, of course, before they go to court, you're going to go through the public opinion of where they're going to put you through trial through that. So if it's already to where people are like. They read in like, you know what, this sound fugazi. This woman is lying. It's not even going to make it to court at that point because then they got to pull out of it. So I mean, it makes all the sense in the world, and even to the point of Stephen mentioning back in September with the live thing, you know, that didn't put a dent in his reputation. You know, that gave him more ammo to sell the little pill that he was selling. So. I think that is probably the best move that he could have made.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
think it's smart. Yeah, it's smart.
I feel like he still could have held something back.
He probably does. He probably has more. He probably has a whole lot more that if things escalate or blow up, he's probably like, all right, let me just quick scope it real quick. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we know what it is. She's trying to get his money. We all see it. And, you know, I hope that justice gets served.
Absolutely.
I read a little bit more of this clip.
Tony Busby sent TMZ Sports a 1 minute and 36-second clip of an alleged conversation between his client and Shannon. In response to that clip, Shannon Sharpe went back to social media and issued this response. Take a look.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup. coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly, on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Well,
I actually like Shannon Sharpe too, which is kind of sad that this is happening to him.
Hey,
but you know,
hey, just know that sex tape is wild. If
I ain't never seen it, probably won't. I'm good.
No, hey, just off of his response, you know, his statement from it, like, man,
I bet it fits every
Hey, it's
fantasy.
given big black BBC dominating little white. That's what it's given. Okay, they probably got dog collars and all.
Shannon. Damn.
Sheesh.
Oh man.
I mean, he seemed very transparent with it though.
It's a sad situation.
Yeah.
I can't deal with Stephen A.
Shannon Sharpe.
Very dramatic.
Somebody
Very passionate.
a couple of days a week.
To be honest, I was kind of surprised he said something, but it looks like he is careful about what he's saying.
Yeah.
And he even states in there during this monologue that he did that there's certain things he can speak on and certain things that he can't. But it did suggest, again, that he talked to that Disney guy, which is the head person, and you know, they're prepared to do what's necessary depending on the outcome of the situation. So that's why I think this is really serious, because he brought Shannon Sharpe in hopes that they can continue to be the #1 sports show. And now that this is happening, it's like, damn. And I would hate for other people. I think I seen something saying another person might have came up, or that's usually how it happens, right?
There's more victims.
I'm like, everybody's a victim when their money on the line.
Exactly.
So it's kind of really hard to say who's victim and who's not. And this may not be, allegedly, this may not even be a circumstance where she was a victim. This may just be a money grab, but it does make you think, for the people that are watching, it does make you think about the situations you put yourself in, because it can come back to bite you, and especially somebody of his stature. I could see if it was something he done over 30 years ago and it came back, but this is something that he did while he had the status.
Yeah.
And then to go all the way back at that age, it's like, bro, come on, like it just don't look good. Even if it's not what it seemed to be, it just doesn't look good. But we've all made some mistakes, so who am I to say, right?
Agreed, Lapeef. Like, we all have a past. I think that, but at the end of the day, we all got to answer for our shit, you know. And I think that this woman that is accusing him, if this shit ain't real and this shit ain't serious, that she should be, there should be justice on her, because we got to get to a point where we just can't allow certain shit anymore. This whole cancel culture. Yeah, like this whole cancel culture for shit needs to apply to the people that are actually doing the shit. Because at the end of the day, to be able to sit up there and extort 50 million out of somebody like that is outrageous. That is outrageous.
But you have to understand at the same time, what are you canceling? She don't got a fuck thing to lose. What, she gonna lose some OnlyFans subscribers?
Well, no,
like,
she getting the cash up front anyways.
There's no cancel. It should be, you're going to jail.
It should be that way. We could absolutely argue that.
Extortion is a felony. You should be going to the feds for
But I think we're so far from that. I don't think that that's going to be the reality. It hasn't been the reality in how 18 years since the beginning of time. It has not been a reality, and I don't think it's going to start with her. I don't think she's going to be the example.
Well, no, it has been a reality, because they've been doing that to men. They'll do it to men. They'll lock up men for extortion and all this other shit, but they're not doing it to women. What with Johnny Depp, with his ex-wife, she walking free,
and that's crazy. And she absolutely shouldn't be. But
she moved to another country.